Hello, everyone, and welcome to 100 of Football Sports Talk Radio. I'm your host this morning, Logan Landers, and today I'm going to be covering the Indiana Hoosiers 2022 football recruiting class as of January the 19th at 11:42 a.m. in the year 2022. So if you come back and watch this video at a later date, and I notice I don't pick some of the guys or don't talk about them, well, it's because they just haven't signed yet, and we're still in the recruiting phase, so there are going to be some new faces popping up, new guys transferring over, but this is just as of the current day. If you enjoy this video, if you enjoyed this episode here today, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We go live each and every week on Facebook and YouTube. We have clips of all of our shows over on Instagram. And thanks to these Believe Podcast Network, we have an amazing podcast on all major and pretty much every podcast streaming platform. You name it, we are over there at 100 of Football. Over 600 episodes, new episodes being uploaded every single day, multiple per day. We're getting close to 700 episodes on YouTube, and we're getting close to 1,000 episodes on YouTube, and we have over 1,000 episodes on our Facebook page. We're so close, guys. We are, I think, 498 subscribers at the moment on YouTube. Let's get to 500. We still got, that was my goal by the end of January. We just need two more. So we need two more listeners, two more watchers out there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get us to that 500. And, we appreciate all the love and support you guys give to us each and every week. But let me get on to the recruits here for the Indiana Hoosiers. Of course, I'm using 24/7 Sports to get all of these recruits information. Let me pull it up on the screen here for all of you to see. So here we are. Indiana's recruiting special. Got the nice little logo like right there. Thanks to Jeremiah Long for pulling it up and making it for us. So Indiana, as you can see, the 18th ranked nationally. They're in 5th in the Big Ten, and they're mostly known as a basketball school, of course. They didn't have a good 2021 season. They're hoping that these recruits with Coach Tom Allen and company can turn the program around. So they have 9 enrollees at the moment. They have 11 guys who have signed the letter of intent. They have a total of 10 transfers, so probably the most transfers we've seen here for all the recruits we've covered. So let's not waste any more time, and let's start talking about the 2 Ole Miss Rebels who are coming over first. Ladarius Cox and Patrick Lucas, both defensive linemen hoping to come over and get some more playing time for the Hoosiers. From the University of Miami, Bradley Jennings Jr., the linebacker. The wide receiver, Emory Simmons from North Carolina. Sean Shivers, the athlete over at Auburn, coming over. Another North Carolina product, Josh Henderson, the running back, coming to the Hoosiers. Out of California, it's the edge rusher, J.H. Tevis. The quarterback, Connor Basilick from Missouri. Jared Casey, the linebacker from Kentucky, is coming over. And finally, Miles Jackson, the edge rusher from UCLA, is coming to be a Hoosier. So 10 transfers want to come over and get some more playing time. We'll see how they can fare in the near future. On to the total 11 guys who have signed the letter of intent so far. Up first, we're going to go with Cameron Perry from Marietta High School in Marietta, Georgia. Wide receiver, 5'9", 170, 3-star recruit. Got to show love to all of the Georgia recruits from high school going to make a name for themselves in college. My best of luck to you, Mr. Perry. Bray Lynch from Westlake High School, the offensive tackle, who's 6'5", 280, coming up next. He's a 3-star recruit, so big size here, a lot of potential. Isaiah Jones, the linebacker from London High School in London, Ohio, is 6'2", 215, a 3-star recruit as well. A quarterback who is 6'1", 180, a 3-star by the name of Jamari Sharp from Northwestern High School in Miami, Florida, is also on the team. From North Miami Beach Senior High School, and of course, Miami, Florida, a safety, 6'1", 180, a 3-star recruit. Philip Dunham is up next. So him and Jamari, pretty much they're the exact same size, exact same weight. Same, both in Miami, just rival high schools, if I had to guess. So they are now going to be teammates at Indiana. Out of American Heritage High School in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, defensive lineman 6'2", 250, Richard Thomas. He's a 3-star recruit, good size in the young man. We'll see what he can do as a Hoosier. Up next, we have Brody Foley from Anderson High School in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tight end, 6'5.5", 236, a 3-star recruit, looking solid there. He's 488th ranked nationally, so inside the top 500, 26th in the position, and 16th in the state. Up next is DJ Moore from R. Nelson Snyder High School in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Offensive lineman, 6'5", 315, good size. A 3-star recruit, the last 3-star here on this part of the recruiting board. So I like the size on him, 6'5", 315. That's a pretty good size for an offensive lineman. We'll see how he can fit into the system. 3 more guys who signed the letter of intent. We have wide receiver Omar Cooper from Lawrence North High School in Indianapolis, Indiana. 6'1", 185, 4-star, the first one on the board. 6'1", 185, like I mentioned, good size for the wide receiver. 310 pounds, 45th in position, 8th in his state. The running back, Jabrin Payne from LaSalle High School, 5'10", 190, a 4-star, 267, so inside top 300. 21st position and 10th out the state. And the highest rated player who has signed his letter of intent is Travell Mullen from Coconut Creek High School in Pompano Beach, Florida. 5'11", 170, 242nd ranked national player, 30th in position, and 27th in his state. Now let's go ahead and look at the guys who have already enrolled here in the program. We have a total of 9 enrollees. Up first, we're going to talk about Caden Turner, the linebacker, who's 6'2", 225 out of Fayetteville High School in Fayetteville, Arkansas. A 3-star recruit, not ranked. Next, we have Cam Camper from Trinity Valley Community College out of Athens, Texas. A 6'2", 190-pound wide receiver who is the 27th ranked player, 3rd in position, and 3rd in the state out of the community college ranks. I always like to see when teams go to community college and get those guys who are really grinding to get that spot. So big shout out to Cam Camper for making that, making the team. Jalen Lucas, the athlete from Edna Carr High School in NOLA, New Orleans, Louisiana. 5'9", 185, 3-star recruit, looking solid here. We'll see where he's going to end up on for the Hoosiers. The tight end, Ryan Miller from Kinston High School, is up next. 6'6", 215, 3-star prospect, looking good. I like the size to 6'6". Up next, we have an offensive tackle on a little bit on the leaner side, right? 6'5", 280. Carter Smith from Powell OHIO. 625th ranked national player, 53rd in position, and 18th in the state. James Mons III from a cornerback who's 5'11", 185 from Vero Beach, Florida, in Vero Beach High School. Another 3-star prospect here, 614th ranked nationally. Vincent Sneed from Winter Park High School in Winter Park, Florida. Defensive lineman, 6'4", 250. 3-star recruit, 501 is his national ranking. Another defensive lineman is Dominic James, from the coveted, we'll say, IMG Academy. We see so many guys coming out of there. He's 6'2", 295, a 4-star recruit, 283rd ranked national player, 36th in position, and 34th in his state. And finally, the last enrollee is Deshaun McCullough from Bloomington South High School in Bloomington, Indiana, an edge rusher, 6'5", 235, a 4-star recruit, 50th ranked national player, 5th in position, and 2nd in his state. So they got a ton of guys here. They got 9 enrollees, right? They got 11 guys who've signed a letter of intent. That's already 20 players. And then they got 10 transfers. So a total of 30 players here I'm looking at. And they're going to add more. So a bunch of guys they've gotten. They need some help, right? They need to get as many guys as they could possible. And just a quick breakdown by state. They had 7 guys come from Florida, 5 from Ohio, 3 from Indiana, 2 from Texas, 1 from Arkansas, 1 from Georgia, 1 from Louisiana. By position, they had a running back, 5 receivers, 3 offensive linemen, 4 defensive linemen, 2 linebackers, 4 defensive backs, and 1 gentleman on the special teams unit. So, like I said, Indiana needs some help. Didn't have a good 2020 record. And maybe this is the class that turns it around potentially, right? I mean, there's got to be a diamond in the rough here somewhere. There's a bunch of guys they got. They're hoping they can hit on a few of them for sure. And, we'll see over the coming months, the coming years, just which one of these prospects is gonna take that big leap and become a top-tier prospect, a top-tier player for the Hoosiers of Indiana. So if you guys enjoy the video here today, please like, comment, share, subscribe. We go live each and every week on Facebook and YouTube. Got clips of all the shows over on Instagram at 100 Yards Football. And check out the podcast at 100 Yards Football on pretty much any podcast streaming platform like Spotify, Apple Podcast, iTunes, Overcast, Google Podcast, Amazon Music, or anything else you can think of. And that is brought to you by the Believe Podcast Network. Over 600 episodes available on our podcast and counting, daily episodes being uploaded. And check out our YouTube to get us to that 500 subscriber special, that would be amazing. We have almost 1,000 videos over there. We have 1,000 plus. I don't even know how many on Facebook, but there is always going to be some amazing content, whether it's like this, the recruiting specials, whether it's amazing history specials, looking at legends of the past, looking at teams of the past, tremendous legends interviews with some of the game's greatest players, coaches, and broadcasters, or really just, draft prospects. Anything you think of that's football related, we've covered it here on the channel, or we're covering it in a future episode. So there's always something for you over here. So please go over there and give us some love. If you do so ever kindly, that would be much appreciated. Well, I've been your host this morning, Logan Landers. You've been listening to me talking about the Indiana Hoosiers football recruiting class, the current recruiting class for 2022. Like I said, if you enjoy this video, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Guys, have a tremendous weekend, and we will talk to you next week. Be safe, and we'll talk to you soon.